Hey Saber fans, this is Grey Paladin, and welcome to my workstation. So I had a request from a few subscribers for me to actually show me installing a lightsaber. So request heard, and here you are. So before I begin, let me just give you a quick tour of my workstation. So I'm not a professional installer, I just do this for my own hobby and my own fun, and so I don't have a lot of fancy things here, but it's enough for me to make a fully functional and fun lightsaber. So right here is my mat that's supposed to ground and protect from static discharge. And I wear the bracelet when I'm doing all of my soldering and things like that to protect the electronics. Here I've got my hobby vise, and as well as some helping hands, 5 to be exact up there. And I've got another smaller one right here that I use for more fine tuning. It's a little easier to align my wires with that one. I have some miscellaneous wire, leftover wire laying here that I could still use. But the rest of my wire is back here in these boxes, and I really like these boxes. Multicolors in there. It's very neat, clean, and organized. I just pull the wire out, snip it, and I can start applying that wire. So these are really great and come in handy. And I've got OCD, so seeing this really makes me happy and organized. And I write the gauge that I have on top. I've got 28 here, 26, 24, and 30 over there. I've got spare batteries here, as well as PCBs in case I need them. I really like this right here. I got this at a hardware store, and here it's made to hold, like nails, screws, small tools, things like that. I use this to hold all of my small saber parts. So for instance, here I've got my tweezers, recharge ports, switches, speakers, soundboards, NeoPixel connectors, fuses, you name it. I've got those little things in these drawers. Really nice and neat and clean. Right up here, I have my shrink wrap, and I got this. It's like a 560 piece assortment. I think I maybe got it for $8 on Amazon. Really good deal. So pull that out, put that on my wires, shrink wrap, protect all of everything. Good to go. Of course, got to be safe. So right here, I've got my my goggles that I wear. So when I'm soldering, to protect my eyes. Here I've got some flux, some more flux here in this tube. Here's my copper cleaning for my soldering iron. Have another little mat over here where I kind of keep some spare small screws and things like that as I'm working so they don't roll off the table. Wire strippers, wire cutters, pair of pliers. I have some sandpaper over here. Here is the soldering iron. This is where the magic really happens. So this is a nice little soldering station, and I keep my solder on this little wheel right here, so I can just roll that out, do a little cut, and apply. I've got extra bits right there. Here's a soldering iron, dip, dip, clean, clean, solder, solder. Now, let's take a look over here where I keep some of my additional saber parts and things like that. So in here, I've got my hot glue gun. It's plugged into a power strip down here, so I turn that on, warm it up, and apply. Of course, some electrical tape, additional tools, hot air gun to apply that shrink wrap, and this I really like. It's a little small rechargeable portable Dremel tool. I use this a lot, and this thing comes in handy with working with any of these sabers. If I have sharp edges, I smooth them out with this, with some of the drill bits and things that I have in here. Comes with a lot of bits, sandpaper and things like that, some drill parts so I can tap out a retention screw or something like that. So really helpful tool. Again, Amazon is great. When the pandemic hit, I had Amazon delivering packages to me almost every day, and that's how I was able to build up my workstation. You can't see it, but below that shelf I have a plethora of spare saber parts and other projects that I have to work on. And what I do is I put them in baggies. Let me show you my system. I put when I'm going to build a saber, I put everything in a baggie, including the saber, and as I have the parts as they come in when I order them, I drop them in the baggie, so when it's full and complete and ready to go, I just grab that baggie, set it on the table, and start my install. So bear with me. This is going to be, I'll try to make the video as short as possible, but it's going to be several installments and little clips and cuts and things like that. But for this video, I'm going to be upgrading, as a Christmas gift, a ultrasabers Dark Initiate. So here's a saber that I'll be upgrading. This came in a mystery box with a Obsidian Light soundboard. So in my baggie, I've got a saber chassis from Goth 3D, all in one. I've got a charging cable, Allen wrench, and an additional retention screw. Here's the soundboard. It's going with the Verso, and then the SD card is on the inside there. 18650 lithium-ion rechargeable battery. What else do we have here? Here is the LED lens. Here's a black kill key. Tri-Cree LED. Here's the LED module and copper heatsink. It has a black momentary switch on there, but I'm going to go with a silver, swap that out, just to give the saber a little bit of an accent. Here's the recharge port. And lastly is the 28mm bass speaker from Smuggler's Outpost. So the bag is empty, which means I have all the parts that I need to build a complete and full saber. It once was the light. Not the strongest or best. So we're going to upgrade that with the verso soundboard, some smooth swing, 4 additional fonts, and as many bells and whistles as we can do on that. So let's go ahead and cut away here and get started.